9:52 p.m., July 25th, 2024. Just got home. Probably about 9:40, 9:35 p.m. Half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa on V68. I left home 3 p.m. today. Went to my parents' red and white barn home from 3 to 3:40 p.m. Left their place at 3:40 p.m. Drove to Cedar Rapids, Iowa to look at an RV and an SUV due to my home in northwest Iowa that I have not gotten any work done to due to the frauds this year in 2024. I wanted to get looking at the RV possibly to have something I can park there and sleep in at my home while I work on the property. So the SUV so I can haul stuff, or a truck or SUV, something I can haul stuff for the working on that property up there. So because SSI cut me off, so it doesn't matter what vehicles I have now at this point unless I can get back on it. So indicated one of the frauds, if I'm getting this right, that one of the frauds says the word Nugs for like chicken nuggets at a fast food place. So I don't know anyone that says the word Nugs. So the fraud's contribution to the world possibly is the word Nugs, a shortened version of chicken nuggets word, and my contribution is theories, inventions, blogs, and poems that the criminal thieves try to steal, and possibly this person that calls chicken nuggets Nugs, pathetically. 10.7-inch hands, green eyes, not blue, 52 years old, 6'1", not taller, not shorter than 6'1". And I got back into Old Wine and I live north of Fairbank, but I got back to Old Wine approximately 7:45 p.m. and I shot some baskets east of Lake Old Wine. I have basketball courts there for half an hour. I was gone, then I drove to Cedar Rapids between 3:44 p.m. to 7:45. Got back to Old Wine, shot some baskets, got some food, and then came home. And I've been home the last 20 to 25 minutes probably. It's 9:55 p.m. 10.7-inch hands, green eyes. I already said that stuff. I've never been in the military, never been married, not ridden motorcycles since 1996. Didn't get together with anyone other than my mother. And I talked to my mother and father today a little bit at their red and white barn home about the mower. My dad's motor blew up, and he didn't realize the mower over here was his too, and it has a motor on it that's of similar size that he can put on his zero-turn mower instead of paying $3,000 for one. I had helped him find a motor a few years ago, and then with that same money, I paid for a mower for over here, but the mower just didn't work for over here, and it had some problems. But the motor is good, so he can put the motor on his mower, and I guess the quoted price is like $3,000 for a replacement motor around here. So he can get one a lot cheaper for free off this mower. And it has low hours too on this mower. I found it when I was looking for that motor for his zero turn. I helped him find. So I was talking to my dad, and then I talked to my mother for half hour or so at the red and white barn home at about between 3 to 3:40 p.m. I was over there, talked to her about that and the sabotage network and the frauds and all that stuff that is a constantly ongoing drama, and talked to her about my uncle who died recently, and some stuff to deal with that. That's about it. I'm still here by myself. Did not get together with anybody. It was indicated again that, either a gay person is still trying to hang on to the lie that I ever had anything to do with them. It's very pathetic, and it also is psychological torture when the public thinks you're gay with some guy and you're not. So whoever that is, I wish you the worst. And your lies and disgusting torture of my life with your lies that I'm some other type of sexuality than I am. I mean, natural male, heterosexual, always and forever. It's what I always will be. You deserve the worst for whatever staged lies about me trying to ruin my life is all about. I have no idea why you would do that, but it's pathetic and cowardly, whoever you are. I don't know what else to say. No date, romance, relationship, 9 years. No friendship since 2016. Not been on a plane or jet since 2011. Still have no plans to be on a plane or jet at this point. Indicated some fraudulent coward left and went on a plane again. How many times has that been indicated now? A dozen. It's never had anything to do with my life. These staged lies, if it was depicted. And it continued to be stalked by the type of vehicles that I looked at online. And it's not just coincidence. There is a huge percentage of the vehicles I've been seeing are the ones that I specifically looked at online, like types of vehicles. Toyota Sienna and SUVs that I was looking at. So, and other minivan types, but they're way out of proportion to what you normally see and what I normally see. I know they're following me around. I don't know why they're doing it. I've been looking for a vehicle to use to get, supplies for working on my property in Northwest Iowa. That will be my home. So I was trying to establish a home, and SSI dropped me while I was trying to establish a home. I live as a transient. That's how I'm listed on SSI. They know that, and they still are trying to punish me for trying to establish a home, which I think is wrong, especially since I only paid $1,000 for it, and I made payments on it with my SSI money. So I don't think that's, I can't afford to pay rent somewhere with $900 a month, and I mean, and live on that, because you can't improve your life on SSI. You have to live with what you're given every month, because if you accumulate stuff, then they count that against you. The $2,000 is $2,000 of anything extraneous, anything that is not necessary for your life, I guess, is what their definition. I don't know what their definition is, but you can't have like a second car or something, a backup car or something like that. That would count against your $2,000 of possessions for that calculation. So I think it's wrong. I think I was biased against, because I was prejudiced. I was discriminated. Can't come up with the right word. Tired. I'm very tired. I didn't sleep well this morning, as I said. But discriminated is the word I was looking for, because of who the person is that became my Social Security caseworker, is connected by name to the Polaris dealership in Fairbank, and one of the part owners. It's not just one person that owns it. And I've highly criticized the SUVs because they don't have any license plates, and they're as big as cars, small cars, but they're as big as some small cars. Anyway. I'm tired, so my concentration level is really poor. So, yeah, I flirted a little bit with a cam model last night. I've been alone for 7 years, and it's the summertime. You know what it's like to be isolated for almost 8, getting 7.5, 8 years now. I mean, it's getting closer to, between 7 and 8 years, and nobody knows what it's like to be isolated like this except me and possibly, prisoners of war. And I'm not I'm not saying that my life is like a prisoner of war. I'm saying they're the only ones that can understand this type of isolation. Someone that got, fell on a desert island and had to survive like that, like the movie Castaway. Um, that's why I compare myself to that movie, because he kind of goes nuts and he can't speak properly at times. And then he starts talking to the volleyball, and I'm talking to YouTube, or I'm narrating my life because I got nobody to talk to. Nobody knows what that's like until you're in that situation. And I never thought much about it before, but I feel for those people that have been isolated their entire life, because it's really difficult to live like this and not have any connection to anyone other than my parents. But and I'm lucky to have that, even though it's a complex love, getting hurt over and over again in my situation anyway, I don't want to talk about it. It's just family stuff, and I love my parents, and it's really complex. Anyway, this is July 25th, 2024. Signing off for youtube.com/@IAM WADEHEINEMAN 10:03 p.m. half mile north of Fairbank, Iowa on V68 west side of the road.